Alright, stop walking. You're making too much noise.
I'm getting on the couch right now.
Stop walking. 5, 4. What's up, guys? This is Andrew Smersek with Combat Air Training. Today we're going to be talking about excess big dots. If you're not familiar, that's ones with a shallow V in the back and the big ass golf ball in front, and you put the golf ball on top of the tees. So dot the I, golf ball on top of the tee, whatever you want. Now I don't have a bajillion rounds to it, but I do have enough experience on it where I can speak about them. Now I know, people, lots of people hate them, and then there's lots of people who love them. I'm just gonna kind of talk about what I've seen with them, the good and the things I understand. All right. At the end, we're gonna show you some footage of me shooting at 50 and 100 yards, learning the holds, and that's one of those things to understand parts. Now, the reason why I put them on is I used them in the fight at Tactical Response. If you're not familiar with that class, it's the greatest class you could ever take. Like, amazing. I know everyone loves fighting pistol, but dude, take the fight. Even if you haven't taken any Tactical Response class, you take a bunch of pistol classes and concealed carry stuff and all that, take the fight. But that's a force on force class, right? And there's times when you need to shoot someone, there's times when you should not shoot someone, and there's other times where it's kind of up to you on what happens. So that being said, there's a lot of stress in the class. Like, you will be shaking, you will get tunnel vision, you will get auto exclusion. Now, back to tunnel vision. I can say 100% of the time, when I was sighted in on someone, I saw the big dot. Every time I went through a scenario, I had a Glock 17T with big dots on it. And I know I made a lot of hits because the role players don't fall down unless they get hit. Now, yeah, I got hit too. The thing with that is, you got threat focus. You're focused on the threat. You're getting tunnel vision. Now, it's kind of hard to focus on that little front sight and see that clearly when there's a dude with a gun, a knife, or chainsaw, whatever. These sights were originally made for a dangerous game. Like, imagine a lion running at you, right? You put that big ass golf ball on the threat and you can see about where it's aiming. So that big ass golf ball is easy to pick up. Also in the fight, there's lots of very low lit areas that you're in, and again, 100% of the time I saw my sights on the target. Okay, I'm pretty dialed in. I'm picking up my front sight in my draw stroke. Like, that's an important thing to me that I practice, right? And we should all be practicing that anyways. Now, the next thing with that is I also got shitty vision, like really fucking bad. Like, these glasses are thick, all right? So for me also, the way I'm thinking about it is, if I wasn't wearing my glasses for some reason, like walking out of my car, Florida, going from AC to air that you have to swim through, they're gonna get all fogged up. So I want to be able to see my sights no matter what. Okay, now I think they're really, really good for that. All right, also the tritium and being able to hold a flashlight up to it and have that luminescent paint light up is pretty nice too. Now, are they accurate? Yeah, they're fine. If you think about what distance are you gonna have to shoot your pistol at, okay? You can think about that however you want. Personally, I want to be able to hit out as far as I can see, all right? With standard notch and post or U-notch sights, and generally I'm able to hold straight on the target out to 100. Now, and I've been practicing this with steel, that's about 12 by 18 inches, okay? So not a super precise target, but at that distance, still a pretty small perceived size of the target. Now, one of the hard things with the big dots is figuring out exactly that alignment and what your hold is on the target, your sight picture on the target to hit it. Okay, the reason for that is with that shallow V back here and that big dot in the front is sometimes it's hard to see exactly where it needs to be, okay? And then if it's too high or too low. And also, let me turn these lights off. When it's a little bit lower light around the sights, but brighter towards the target. Let me see if I can make it brighter towards that wall back there. Sometimes it's harder to pick up on it. Now, front sight's kind of picking it up still, but you can kind of see what I mean. So basically, if it was really bright on the target and then you're in an area where there's shadow above your sights, it can be a little bit harder to pick up on what exactly your alignment is, okay? Because with a traditional notch and post sight, you're basically doing that, right? And you're able to see if the front sight is too high or too low based on the rear notch, okay? So with the golf ball on the tee and that shallow V shape, it can be a little bit harder to figure out if you're a little bit too far left or right or a little bit too far up or down, okay? So that's where you do lose a little bit of precision. Now, you can still make those hits out. First, right now, let's show me figuring out the holds at 50. Alright, so what I figured out is that my rounds were impacting a little bit high. So let's zoom in, look at the target, and you'll see that like I'm aiming pretty much centered up on the target, but I'm having my rounds impact at the head. Alright, so what we saw at 50 yards is that, holding directly center on the target, which is again, I don't know, it's about 18 inches high, about 12 inches wide, somewhere around there. But holding center on it, I was having rounds impacting the head. So I had to hold low on the target to make center impact. So let's look at that now. That's 50, now we're going to 100. Alright, so once I figured out 50, moved on to 100. Now this is where I started seeing that loss of precision. Now I'm not used to them, okay? So I'm still getting used to them. I think once I'm good with them, it's not going to be as big of a deal. Now, if I were shooting at a 10-inch piece of steel, it would make a difference, alright? Again, with notch and posts or U-notch sights, pretty much just hold dead on it out to 100 for sure, depending on your ammo, and then sometimes even out to 200. jerking it. Alright, so as you can see, I was making hits out to 100. Again, I only put about 100 rounds through this gun today. So with some more practice, you know, it's definitely doable to get that precision, alright? Just not the most precise set of sights out there. But again, you know, if you're looking at getting big dots, dude, you'll be fine with them. He's got to be able to shoot. When you look at videos of James Yeager hitting out, you know, I think he did 25, 50, 75, 100, something like that. He's making first round impacts all the damn time. That's because he's an awesome shooter and he's used to big dots, all right? So if you're looking at him, man, they're good. Like, especially for, like I said, with the threat focus, where you're looking at the bad guy and you're just seeing that big ass golf ball on top of them. Man, they're good for that. Now, if you're trying to be super precise, go for a red dot, you know, and you'll become a better shooter watching that dot move and shooting with that dot than you will with iron sights. That's what I believe, at least. That's what I've seen. And then you can still carry iron sights. But the thing you have to understand is the holds out at different distances, right? So inside 15 yards, you're supposed to just put that golf ball on top of what you're trying to put a bullet in, all right? Outside 15 yards, then it's going to go on top of the golf ball and then start going up from there. I've only shot it out to 100. I haven't done 200 with it yet, but that's what I'm seeing, all right? So, hey, thank you guys for watching. You know, if you're coming to Air Training Facility in Leesburg, Florida, and you see me there and you want to try out the big dots, I probably got it on me because that's what I've been carrying lately. If you're coming through class and you want to rent the Glock 19 with big dots, that's cool. Gun rentals are free, or even if you're, you know, bring your own gun, you just want to try it, that's totally fine. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all my students. I've been having some big ass classes and like that means the world to me. Thank you everyone who's been buying the gear, the t-shirts. This one's all nasty because I've been sweating it up today. And all the subscribers, everyone making comments. You guys are all awesome. Keep fighting communism.